Welcome to another episode of Investigators in Cars Drinking Coffee. I'm Mark Murnan, your host from Complete Legal Investigations. My wife and partner, Wendy Murnan, certified legal.
Hello, everyone.
Paralegal, certified.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Glad to be back with you. It's my new tactical pen. I just tweeted about
this. You bought me one of those.
I did. I bought it. It's a different color.
Not sure what I did with it.
Using it as a protective device.
I see.
Anyway, it's kind of a somber discussion today. We're talking about the Parkland shooting case and the fact that Nicholas Cruz, the alleged the defendant in the case, who's facing 17 counts, I believe, of first-degree murder, has come into a windfall, an insurance windfall. Newspaper articles identified as from his mother's life insurance policy. Staggering amount of money, $850,000 to be split between him and his brother. Both adopted, and he could be coming into a small fortune, $400,000 or something.
Who would have thought?
So the question has become: the Broward County Public Defender has been appointed to represent him. He has been declared because he has no money, because he's been declared indigent.
Right.
Now, what does that mean, being declared indigent?
Well, it means you have no assets. You can't pay a lawyer. And in our country, if you can't pay a lawyer, you're entitled to a government lawyer, paid by the taxpayers.
That is as a result of the landmark case Gideon versus Wainwright, many years ago, and that's been the law for many years. So now the fact that he does have access, supposedly has access to funds, but there's a catch, isn't there? And we talked about that. What is the likelihood that Cruz would actually receive these funds?
Yeah, I mean, I was just reading. They didn't think it. They had no idea this life insurance policy was so big, and so the public defender took it on. They thought it was $25,000, and they would just kind of, take it from there when that happened. But now this windfall, they immediately had to withdraw. They can't represent him.
He's technically, in light of this award, he may be getting. He is not indigent, can afford to hire an attorney. Yeah. But the reality is that the parents of the victims are taking action in a wrongful death suit, and my opinion, again, I'm not an attorney, nor do I play one on television. Yeah. Is that the parents, by filing suit, I can't imagine a judge in a Broward County court would not immediately put a lien on that money to pay for the expenses already incurred by the public defender, or simply allow this money to come to an individual charged with such heinous crimes. Yeah,
it's gonna be a fight. Who gets this money? Yeah. And he could actually go out, if he has someone, and hire a lawyer, tomorrow. Once he gets the money, he could do that. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's interesting. And then apparently he is intellectually disabled, so does he has to have a guardian, and like Mark said, he doesn't even have access to a bank. So this is really going to be some drama here.
Yeah, it'll be compounding the misery for the families as well.
Yes.
It'll be years before any real, quote, justice is enacted. But it does raise interesting questions, too, about the nature of our justice system, that we do, in fact, provide legal representation, including not just an attorney, but investigators, translators for people.
We do it?
We do that as well. Translators for people who don't speak English or speak it too poorly in order to understand the process against them. Psychological evaluations for individuals charged with capital crimes. All that money is being spent to ensure that no one is wrongfully convicted, much less wrongfully accused. And we've had situations with both, haven't we?
We have.
Young immigrant, young undocumented worker, Julio Gomez, who was charged with first-degree murder, did not understand the charges against him, and we found out within a matter of months that, in fact, he had the wrong Julio Gomez.
But that's not the case with Nicholas Cruz.
That's not the case with Nicholas Cruz.
He admits he did it.
He admits that he's done it. In fact, his attorneys have volunteered to plead him guilty in order to suspend the death penalty.
Yeah. No sympathy here.
No.
On our part.
No sympathy.
We just find it very interesting.
As a matter of law and investigation and being part of the criminal justice system.
Yeah, and who's going to get this money and where's it going to go? And so, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. There'll be more, obviously, more on drama. Unfortunately, and our hearts are filled with sorrow for the for his victims, for the families of his victims, and we certainly yearn for some measure of satisfaction or comfort that might come to them, but it won't be anytime soon, regretfully.
A lot of big decisions for a lot of lawmakers to make here.
Yeah, about who ends up with the
attorneys,
who ends up
judges,
with the money.
Yeah, state.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned. I'm sure we'll have further observations on it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you enjoy what you see with us here, a little insight into the criminal justice system, into real life, what private investigators really do and think about, click down at the bottom and subscribe to our channel. We post these every week, though we took a couple weeks off.
Right.
Post these every week, and we enjoy our time spending time with you. Enjoy your comments as well. So thanks so much. We'll see you on the next episode of Investigators in Cars Drinking Coffee.
Bye-bye.